Howdy, howdy out there in YouTube land. Hope everybody's doing good on this Monday, August 24th, I believe. I want to show you a few records. I've got one in particular that I'm kind of wanting to stress the novelty of, so to speak. Not really novelty, but something very unusual about this record. But first, let's have a sip of coffee here. You can see my beautiful feline Ailurophile mug. So the records these records I've got from it's not local. Well, it is kind of local. It's in Pittsburgh, the Attic Record Store. I'll drop a link to it in the description. I've been there. I think there's a video up on my channel, a short one. Yeah, there's a short video up on my channel about the Attic Record Store in Pittsburgh. But these few first records that I'm going to show you came from the Attic Record Store. And the last one is going to be the one that was very surprising to me. So, first one, I know everybody's heard about this one, I'm certain. If you haven't got this one, then you should get it. Because it is Woodstock, music from the original soundtrack, and more. Joan Baez, Butterfield Blues Band, Canned Heat, Joe Cocker, Country Joe and the Fish, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Arlo Guthrie, Richie Haven, Jimi Hendrix, Jefferson Airplane, Country Joe McDonald, and the list goes on and on. I first heard this record, I don't know, it was probably, I'm guessing it would be around the time, I know I was in the service, probably at a buddy's house or something when we was on, after coming back from patrol. Probably heard it at his house, if I remember correctly. But then again, at my age, I don't remember hardly anything correctly anymore. But this is Woodstock. There's all kinds of issues of this record. This is Cotillion Records, 1841 Broadway. Look at this. Look at the gatefold of that. Would you all just look at that? Man, oh man. What a concert, huh? What a concert that would have been to attend. And the folks on the back there are having a pretty good time, I would say. But I have listened to it, and it always takes me back to the time I was in the service. So, the stage announcements are by Chip Monck, M-O-N-C-K, John Morris, Hugh Romney, and Muskrat. So, just a little short sentence or two. The recording of the music at Woodstock was a challenge of unprecedented scope and complexity, requiring a level of endurance from both man and machine. For a minute I thought it was going to read man and beast. Unheard of in location recording. The music and sounds in this album were selected from 64 reels of 8-track tape recorded over a period of 3.5 days in 3 continuous 18-hour sessions. Technical flaws resulting from equipment failure as well as human overload human overload, okay, are inevitable in a venture of this size, just as inevitably some of them occur in the material included in this album. Consider them like the scars in fine leather, proof of the origin and authenticity of the material in which they are found. And Eric Blackstead wrote that. Produced by Eric Blackstead too. I've never heard of him, but maybe some of y'all have. Anyway, Woodstock, original motion soundtrack music from the great Woodstock movie. I'm going to have to watch it again. This is, and the records are in really good shape. It was, from the Attic Record Store in Pittsburgh. 3 records. There they are. I'll just take out one and let you look at the vinyl if you can see. Really good shape. I always clean records when I'm... Oh, that's really, really good shape. I don't know if you can tell or not, but hardly no marks on it at all. Woodstock. I'm always taken back to when I watched the movie, Jimi Hendrix doing the last little bit while the camera is showing how messy and some people walking around in the field of debris that was left after the last day, and he's playing a song. What is the name of that? It's the last, he's playing, the song's listed here. Yeah, well, let me see. No, it's not listed what he does at the end. He does a Star Spangled Banner, of course. And it's just called, Purple Haze in the instrumental solo. Anyway, fantastic. Woodstock, and I'm just thrilled to get that one from the record store. From the Attic store in Pittsburgh. Here's another one that I was trying to find. I've listened to this, first heard this band in the 80s. Probably early 80s, mid 80s. And the lead singer from this band recently released a solo record, and I got that one and haven't listened to it yet. But the band I'm speaking of is Guadalcanal Diary. I don't even know if y'all ever heard of them or not, but maybe you have. They were, I don't know, some consider them to be on the level of maybe REM, but more jangly rock kind of stuff. But this is called Guadalcanal Diary 2x4. Watch that light there, and love the album cover. That little kid's getting ready to smash something with a 2x4. A great record. It's got Litany on it. Life Goes On, Under the Yoke, Get Over It, Little Birdie, Things Fall Apart, Let the Big Wheel Roll, Where Angels Feel to Tread, Newborn, Winds of Change, Say Please, 3 a.m., and Lips of Steel. Murray Attaway, lead singer, he's the one that just released a solo record. This one is, when did it come out? 87. This came out in 1987. But I first started listening to them in the early 80s. Great band. They're no longer they're no longer together. Lost one of the members tragically, but I'm glad to see Murray still out there doing it. And his new one, I'm anxious to hear what it sounds like. It's got the original sleeve of Elektra Records. And again, this one is in really good shape. The vinyls on this is really good shape. If you see that or not, maybe you can see that. It's really good shape. Guadalcanal Diary 2x4 is the name of this one. Slip it back in the sleeve and get the next one that I got from the Attic Record Store. And it is this young fellow here who is also no longer with us. Sadly. Really miss him. Tony Rice. Great Tony Rice bluegrass flat picker. Just an amazing guitarist back in the day. He had several albums, and he's played with many artists he's played with. This has Freeborn Man on it, a band I was in. We used to do that one. Faded Love, Salt Creek, Doing My Time, Windy and Warm, John Hardy, 9 Pound Hammer, Lonesome Reuben. A little blurb here. Ask any of the guitar pickers who have emerged over the last 4 decades. This record came out in 2021, a reissue. To name a primary influence, and the response is likely to be Tony or Rice, or to avoid confusion, Tony Rice. But regardless of how it's put, it means only one person. The man who rose from the Haphazards, I guess that was the name of his band, the Haphazards, to join with other super pickers in the Bluegrass Alliance. That's another one of a group. On his way to what he thought of then as his ideal job, guitarist with J.D. Crowe and the Kentucky Mountain Boys, where his brother Larry played mandolin. There's a good picture of Tony on the back cover. But this is Tony Rice guitar. I found it in the bluegrass section, and it's in excellent condition. And it came with a nice sleeve too, surprisingly. Let me see, is the original sleeve too? I don't think it had the original sleeve. No, it did not have the original sleeve, but Attic Records did put a nice, it's not one of them paper sleeves, it's a real nice sleeve. This is a practically mint, near mint. Well, it don't even look like it's been played to me. But I'm just now getting into the condition of records and what they are. VG, VG plus, near mint, mint minus, and all that good stuff. This one to me is in near mint. Near mint pristine. Probably, possibly. So we'll put that away. Mr. Tony Rice. Man, if he was still around, what would he be doing? And this one here, I got it mainly for one song, and I do that often. If I see a record and it's got a song on it that means something to me, even if it's one song, even if I've never heard anything by the artist before, I'll buy the record. And I know I'm going to get surprised by the other songs on this record, because Kate Wolf has a beautiful voice. And me and my wife played one of her songs that we heard her do. She's no longer with us either. Another tragic loss. The Wind Blows Wild, Kate Wolf. This one came out, what year is this one? October 4th, 1988 was when Nina Gerber did a little write-up on her. I first saw Kate perform in 1975. I was in the service at that time at a pizza parlor in Sebastopol, California. She passed away in December of 1986 at the age of 44, sadly. But anyway, the song on this record that me and my wife do, Give Yourself to Love, we sang that at our wedding in front of a whole big bunch of our friends and family. It's got the original inner sleeve with this. And another question, wonder what she would be doing today. Beautiful vinyl, is in near mint to me, again, excellent condition. And before the battery runs down on me on my camera, I want to make sure that I get this next and last record. Now, this record that I'm going to be showing you did not come from the Attic Record Store. It came from my online purchase, YouTube, where I get some records out on YouTube. And if you saw I went to my YouTube community page, you will see a picture of this little item. And maybe you can see that. This little packet was found inside the inner sleeve of image there of some mountain somewhere with a red sky. But I was cleaning this record. I haven't played it yet. It's in, what kind of shape is it in? But I pulled it out. It has the inner sleeve. And as I was taking the record out of the inner sleeve, which is right here, and I did all kinds of research on this record too. I mean, me and ChatGPT took me down a rabbit hole deeper than well, no, I won't say deeper, but a large depth rabbit hole to find out about this record and that little packet. And it's an original release. The record is in really, really good shape. I'd say VG Plus, maybe even near mint. Don't even look like it's been played. But, you know, I mean, maybe it wasn't played a lot from the previous owner because they didn't like it too much. Anyway, I like Bad Company and I wanted that record. But I wasn't expecting this little thing to fall out of the record sleeve. Now, I took a picture of it, sent it to ChatGPT, who I call Nova. And Nova said, there's no record anywhere of, I got something on the lens of where's my little lens cloth in my pocket? There's something on the lens of the camera, and I hope it's not, excuse me when I do this real quick. There we go. I hope y'all ain't seeing a big old glob of something on there. So, I took a picture of this, sent it to ChatGPT. Nova is who I call, but said there's no record of a silica packet being in the sleeve anywhere. It don't look like anything I've ever seen. It don't look like silica gel or nothing like that. But who knows what it could be? If y'all might have an idea, you know, let me know. I'm not going to open it. Nova recommended that I seal it in this baggie, put it with the record, and write that on the record sleeve that I wrote. So, a cool find in a record sleeve. Completely unexpected. I always look inside the sleeves to see what might be in them. And that's going to wrap up this video. Y'all, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And always remember, wherever you go, there you are. And until next time, until next video, y'all be easy. Peace.